learning project where I'll be showing off what I did in After Effects with expressions, like using code to modify attributes and whatnot. So the very first thing I did in this little example slide here is made that rectangle move with expressions instead of like keyframes. And I guess you could use keyframes for this, but I was learning it, just getting the basics together. And okay, I believe it was this layer. Yeah, this layer. This layer has the expression within it. This thing is red, which shows you there's an expression going on. Okay, let me scroll to get a good look at that. So there's the code where it's basically making like a new position for it, copying the position of this little yellow thing. If I can select it, and the yellow thing, as you can see, the rectangle always copies to the position of the little yellow objects. It's copying its position. And then I'm adding in a sine wave to make it go up and down to create like the whole, like to create the transformation. And some of the background behind how this works is like there's a pre-expression line, like post-expression line. I think you can see it in here. Where, oh wait, oh, it just doesn't show it. Okay, well basically, like I think, oh yeah, what is it? Oh, the dark green line, that's the pre-expression position, which means like it isn't moving at all. But then the post-expression position is like the green one where it goes up and down. And then there's the dark red is the x-axis not moving, and then the bright red is, oh, it's moving throughout. And it just won't show it unless you turn on that. And there's pick whip, which allows you to like, I could grab the anchor point and then put that into the code. But I think there it overwrote the code. And there's also a menu of options behind the expressions where you could add like one of these properties. And so that was the first thing I did. So I then moved on to this, where basically what this is I made an expression to randomly generate a rectangle of a random color in a random position, and then copied that rectangle like 50 times to create this kind of like particle cloud sort of thing. Then there's this one, which is like copying, like finding the position on a path and then putting objects on it. And like this is notable because you can have multiple objects on a path with the path actively moving. Like you can do having many objects on a stationary path using like the repeat tool, but like I'm not sure this is possible without like custom coding it in expressions, which is like what this is really for. Like expressions can be used to make new functions that don't exist elsewhere in the program, such as this one. This is something where it's like kind of custom coding it is necessary, of generating a bunch of lines, creating the dark orb. And the code behind this is the most complex one I did because it's generating like this entire object where it's like, yeah, I wrote this code like 2 days ago. I don't even fully remember what's going on here. But I think in general, it's just choosing how many points to do, going through a loop, generating a point at a random point in the circle, and then adding that to like the path. And that results in a path that's this slowly growing dark orb, as like it takes in the time value and uses that to add in more lines. Like the time value is choosing how many lines this thing should have. And so that's like the use of expressions, of being able to use them to create new functions that the program doesn't already have, or new tools for like a very specific task. Generally, they're not like hyper useful, as there's already a ton of effects in After Effects, but they can be used to create cool things. So how do I stop